Yoko Ono was born on Saturday, February 18, 1933, in her ancestral estate in Tokyo, Japan. Her father, Isuke Ono, was the descendant of a 9th century emperor of Japan. Her mother, Isoko Yasuda Ono, was the granddaughter of Jinichiro Yasuda, the founder of Yasuda Bank. Yoko was 2 years old when she was brought to California and joined her fathers for the first time. She returned to Japan before WW2 and survived the bombings of Tokyo in 1945. Yoko went to school with Emperor Hirohito's 2 sons. Though boys and girls were separated, Yoko was visited by Emperor's son Yoshi, and in turn she visited the boys' school in defense of the rules. In the early 50s, her parents moved to New York. She went to Sarah Lawrence College, where she was particularly adept in music. With a perfect pitch and untamed creativity, she married a Juilliard student, Toshi, particularly adept in Japan, and moved to Manhattan. Her administration with Franz Kafka, Vincent van Gogh, and Arnold gave root and was fertilized by the New York avant-garde scene. In 1960, Yoko Ono and her friend LaMonty Young staged the legendary Loft events on Chambers Street. She also provided the loft for John Cage and his grand barking classes for experimental music. She collaborated with Karl-Heinz Stockhausen, Namjoon Paik, George, and Fluix. Yoko cut herself from her parents and was on her own, working as a waitress, an apartment manager, and a music teacher in New York's public school. In 1962, after separating from Toshi, she gave in her parents and returned to Japan. There, she heavily suffered from a clinical depression and was locked up in mental hospital. Anthony Cox went to Japan and managed to release Yoko Ono from capacity, and she married Cox in Tokyo. Later in year, and their daughter, as she became a mother, Koiko was born on Saturday, August 3rd, 1963. Cox became her artistic assistant, but in 1964 they separated and Cox returned to New York. Yoko joined him later in 1964 with Kyoko. She dreamed up the concept of Bottoms 1966, completed only after 365 friends and volunteers provided their naked bottoms for close-ups. Her ad was intelligent looking bottoms wanted for filmings. Processors of unintelligent looking ones need not apply. Yoko promoted Bottoms 1966 by being tied to a bronze lion in London's Trafalgar Square. While there she first met her future husband to be, also third and last, John Lennon.